Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you.
Welcome back, trainers, battlers, and girls that PvP. We have a Pokemon Go event coming to Pokemon Go that is going to be pretty awesome. We've had a lot of events this February, but Armored Mewtwo is making a comeback on Pokemon Day in celebration of the new Mewtwo movie coming to Netflix on February 27th. We have Armored Mewtwo. If you haven't seen that movie, it looks really great. I will leave a link here. Also, if you haven't heard of me before, I'm Pogo Joel. I come up with tips and tricks videos, event guides, and PvP content. If you do like this content, please drop a like, subscribe. We are almost at 300 subscribers. I'm really excited. Celebrate the small victories. Thank you, everyone. Now let's get straight into the Pokemon Day celebration event. Graphic brought to you by Cupola Gaming. They are an awesome resource for the Pokemon community. Link in the description there. Now for the event, we do have the return of Party Hat Eevee and Party Hat Pikachu in the wild with a shiny chance. Hopefully these can be evolved. I know we have been able to evolve Pikachus in the past, but with the starters, when they had their Halloween costumes, they were not able to be evolved. So if we look here at the other costumed Pokemon, we have Party Hat starters that can be shiny, hatching from 7k eggs. Yay, exactly what we needed. More Pokemon with Party Hats. Now the trick will be, will they let us be able to evolve these Pokemon, or will they be another entry in our Pokédex of a Pokemon that will sit there? Because that's just what we need, is more costumed Pokemon that we can do nothing with. Alrighty, hopefully Niantic's listening to us. Hopefully these can be evolved and maybe be useful someday. Now if you are into taking pictures with AR Plus or just the AR mode in Go Snapshot, you will be able to encounter a Pikachu. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully it has a party hat, not sure, but we should be seeing Pikachus popping out for sure. Now, if we go over to a little bit more of the interesting stuff here, we can take a look at the cloned Pokemon. So, from 4-star raids, we will see Clone Venusaur, Clone Charizard, and Clone Blastoise. 3 of the clone Pokemon that Mewtwo created that are supposed to be stronger than their original versions and will not obey humans. I love the original movie. Mewtwo was freaking awesome and still is one of my favorites to this day. So with the original clone Pokemon, so they were stronger than their originals, and there's actually 23 of them that Mewtwo made. I will leave a list in the description here. I'll leave a link to one of the articles that has them all listed. But let's talk about these 3 here, since we know they will be in raids. So now we are over at PokeBattler. I will leave a link in the description. This is definitely the best resource when it comes to raiding content. So we are going to go up against Venusaur. It is a poison and grass type Pokemon, so let's take a look at what those counters are going to be. Up first we have Mewtwo with Psycho Cut and Psystrike. If you have Confusion, that works too. The poison is weak to that Psychic. If you have Moltres, Moltres with Sky Attack will do good, and Moltres with any of the fire moves will do good. Overheat probably being the next best option. Now if you have a Dramanitan, now is the time to take it out with Fire Fang and Overheat. And then if we go over a little bit further, we have Latios with Zen Headbutt and Psychic, sorry. Zen Headbutt threw me off there. I wasn't expecting Zen Headbutt. We have Volcarona with Fire Spin and Overheat. Chandelure, I know a lot of people have those with Fire Spin and Overheat. We do have Metagross with Psychic. That'll be a good Psychic attacker there. You do have the Community Day Blast Burn Blaziken. You have Entei with Fire Fang and Overheat. Flamethrower works as well. Heatran with Flamethrower, we have Espeon, and finally we get down to one of my favorite options. We have Charizard with Fire Spin and Blast Burn, Alakazam with Confusion and Psystrike, and Rayquaza with the flying moves there, and Infernape with Blast Burn. No need to go down further, but if you do need more options, Flareon with fire moves, obviously only movesets it can have, and Honchkrow with the flying moves there. Up next we have Charizard, one of my favorite Pokemon as well, and it is in 4-star raids. Now let's go over some of those counters again on Pokebattler here. We're gonna go up against it with Rampardos running Smackdown and Rock Slide, so that'll be fun. It's the highest DPS. If you don't have one of those, don't worry. Rhyperior from Community Day with Smackdown and Rock Wrecker. If you don't have one, you can do Smackdown and Stone Edge. That works just as fine. We do have Terrakion with Smackdown and Rock Slide, Tyranitar with Smackdown, Stone Edge. So you're seeing all of the rock here. Because it is fire and flying, rock's gonna demolish it. So we do have Goliath, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Smackdown, Rock Slide, Aerodactyl with Rock Throw, Rock Slide, Omnistar with I think that's the Legacy, Rock Throw, Rock Slide, Alolan Golem with Rock Throw, Stone Edge, Golem with Rock Throw, Stone Edge, and then we do see some of these other viable options as well. What I want to see is where are our water type users. So yes, we see Stone, finally Kyogre down here at 17, so if you have one of those, you can definitely use that. And this is not knowing what movesets it has, so that's why you see some of the water users a little bit further down. But if you guys have those Hydro Cannon users, go ahead and use them. We see Swampert here. You guys have plenty of options to use. Just either go up against it with rock or water, depending on the move set, but those will all be great options. Up next we have Blastoise, and with Blastoise it is a pure water type Pokemon. It's going to be weak to electric and grass, so here are some awesome options for you. Raikou with Thundershock, Wild Charge, Magnezone with Spark, Wild Charge, Electivire with the Thundershock and Wild Charge. We have Zapdos with Thundershock and Thunderbolt. If you have that Legacy one, that's awesome. If not, the other ones work just as fine with Charge Beam, I believe. We have Luxray with Spark and Wild Charge, Mewtwo with Thunderbolt and Psycho Cut. We have Venusaur with Fine Whip and Frenzy Plant. Any of those Frenzy Plant users are going to be fine. We have Roserade with Razor Leaf and Grass Knot, Tangrowth with Vine Whip and Power Whip, and Leafeon with Razor Leaf and Leaf Blade. Here are some of the other options, but Totera, definitely go Razor Leaf. That's going to be doing a lot of damage there. And if you do have that Sceptile with Frenzy Plant, that works as well. So you guys have plenty of options that will help you out for Blastoise here, and I am so excited to see these clone Pokemon come to Pokemon Go. I really hope Niantic gives these Pokemon the Armored Mewtwo treatment. That means hopefully they give it awesome moves for that typing, maybe some coverage moves that currently aren't available to them in their move pool. So maybe a Flamethrower Charizard or something else with fire. There's a lot of different things you can do. Surf on Blastoise there. Maybe Seed Bomb or something like that on Venusaur. Just hopefully they're a little bit different. That would be super exciting. Oh yeah, and there's more Party Hat Pokemon appearing on a Party Hat Raid Day on March 1st from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can get a Party Hat Nidorino or a Party Hat Gengar. So we do see a lot of great use from Gengar in raids and PvP. It could have a spot there. Nidorino, if you get 100%, that'd be good for PvP. I do want to max out 100% for Great League. But you do get 5 free raid passes, so do go out there, try to get your shinies, and hopefully, I don't know if that Party Hat Nidorino is going to be able to be evolved. If not, then hopefully you do get a really great one for PvP. If not, enjoy it for your Pokemon collection. In 2-star raids, we have Nidorino with a Party Hat and a possible shiny chance. It is a pure poison type Pokemon, so your psychic Pokemon should devour this thing. It'll be an easy solo. Go in there with any psychic Pokemon you'd like. Mewtwo with Psystrike, Confusion Psystrike, Psycho Cut Psystrike. Those movesets will work. But any psychic type Pokemon you have should be able to take that down. Now Gengar is interesting. In 4-star raids, you do have a chance to get a shiny Lucky, and it's going to have a legacy moveset here with Lick and Psychic. So a pretty awesome moveset here. I definitely want one of those in Great League. The last time there was a Gengar raid day, mine were all above Great League, so I hope to get one that week. And you get 5 free raid passes, so take advantage of them. Now if we move over to the next part of the event, we have the bonus 2 special trades per day. So now is a good time to get all of those lucky trades that you need to do, reroll those shinies, reroll for those things you don't have. 2 special trades per day, keep that in mind. That will come in very handy. Now finally, the moment we all have been waiting for, Armored Mewtwo makes its return to Pokemon Go. Now we don't have an updated graphic from Couple of Gaming, LeakDuck, or anyone else that I've seen so far, but here is Couple of Gaming's older graphic. This was before Darkrai was introduced. All of these are going to be great options because Armored Mewtwo is going to be weak to Bug, Dark, and Ghost. So here are some options. Let's go into PokeBattler to see what the most up-to-date options are. And if you are chasing a 100%, for a regular one it is 1821, and for a weather boosted in windy weather we have 2276. So back over to PokeBattler here, we have Armored Mewtwo with a max CP of 3187, an attack stat of 182, a defense of 278, and a stamina of 214. What's going to be very special about this Pokemon Day 2020 Armored Mewtwo is it will know an exclusive Pokemon Day move, Psystrike. Psystrike is such a broken move in Pokemon Go. It does just an enormous amount of damage. Alrighty, so let's look at some of the top counters you have. I feel like everyone should have these because generally it's the EX bosses, but we have Darkrai with Snarl and Dark Pulse, Giratina Origin with the Shadow Claw Shadow Ball, so if you're using that for Masters or Ultra, you should have one. Hydreigon with the dark moves Bite and Dark Pulse, Chandelure with the ghost moves. We have Gengar with Lick or Shadow Claw no longer Legacy, and Shadow Ball. We have Volcarona with Bug Buzz and Bug Bite. We do have Mewtwo with Shadow Ball, that one is still useful, and we have the Bite and Crunch Tyrannitars. You can never go wrong with Tyranitar. Then we have Weavile with Snarl and Foul Play, Honchkrow with Snarl Dark Pulse, Banette showing up there with Shadow Claw Shadow Ball, Absol with Snarl and Dark Pulse, and finally our first bug that pops up, Scizor with Fury Cutter and X-Scissor. And then you do have some other various Ghost, Dark, and Bug type Pokemon that you can never go wrong with, and if you have any of these options, feel free to use them. They're all going to do pretty good, but everyone should have these counters by now, as they are EX raid Pokemon that we're usually countering with. So good luck out there with your counters to Armored Mewtwo. You are definitely going to want this guy, as it's going to have Psystrike. Armored Mewtwo already has really awesome moves in its move pool, so you definitely want to add the Psystrike version. Alrighty, there you have it, trainers. The best tips and tricks for Pokemon Day 2020. Good luck out there. I will definitely be using my raid passes on these Pokemon. Very awesome and interesting Pokemon. I can't wait to get my hands on them. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like, subscribe, and we are on the road to 300. I think we're 10 away from 300, so please do subscribe if this is helpful to you. And until next time, trainers, battle on.
I will strike back against you!